Hey. Characters. What?
That was for you.
Okay. This, though they look different colors, they both taste delightful.
Yeah. If you're watching,
compare and contrast. You can barely tell.
Zoom into that. You can't. Mine's greener.
Mine's whiter.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Mine's murkier.
Yeah, cloudier. Well, it's like they call it a coconut cloud martini. I think it's
Sometimes
so good.
I can't finish the drinks that we have because they're large. They can be big. This one will be gone.
Gone.
Halfway through the episode.
Yeah, we're gonna have to definitely, like divvy up the sips. Otherwise,
It's gonna be
so hard.
Straight up jugger. It's so good. Mm-hmm. Okay, but we're not gonna talk about it.
No, we'll talk about it at the end. But we have something very important. We have a together update.
I know you guys have been waiting for this in your whole lives, for our lives and paths to cross, where we have a together update. It's happened.
Today's the day. To be fair, our paths cross regularly, and we have updates that we could give.
No, I never see you but once a week.
Well, maybe that's more like it now. Oh, man.
But I'll tell you.
Yes.
What's happening to us right now is what only can happen when you've reached a celeb status as to where we are.
I don't know if I'll ever get used to this.
This podcast has changed us. I just our lives are very much the same.
Our fans are rabid. I don't even know.
Crazy.
Okay, so let's tell about our update. So once a week, we get together and we talk. We have a meeting. We talk podcast. And a week ago, we went to one coffee shop in town to meet up with our editor, Gabe, and go over some details about how we're moving forward. And in that time, we were in the back of the coffee shop.
Yeah. So if you know this coffee shop, there's a front entry where you can piddle in the front. There's windows, cute little thing. Then you go to the back. There's like an event space kind of, but then they put tables and stuff back there. Like you have to intentionally go to the back.
Yes. It's like it's kind of vibey and
moodier.
Yes, moodier. And there's tons of people that go back there and work and study and visit and whatever else. So we went, that's where we were at meeting, and over in a booth. So we were over at a table, and over in a booth, actually behind where Gabe had been sitting, a man, after we had been sitting for a little bit, a man had come in and he sat down behind that booth and was drinking coffee.
And just kind of staring. And I noticed it, but
sure,
it was just weird, but like not enough to even like mention to the table.
Yeah.
It was just like,
But I had noticed him a little bit later because we went, after we were done at our table doing our work talkie, we went over there and visited with Gabe and Emma for a minute, and Evelyn was there, and we visited for a second. And I noticed him then because Emma had kind of moved her hair around and it had flipped him in the face, like near his face, and he kind of like looked back and smirked, and we caught eyes, and I was like
weirdly smiling.
He was weird smiling.
Yes.
So then,
that was that.
That was that. We didn't think anything about it.
When did he leave?
I don't know if Gabe. I thought about asking them
Probably after you left.
Well, it was after because
he was still there.
Yeah, he was still there. Okay. I believe. So we take off.
We leave. We go about our weeks in our lives, just living our celebrity, just status. We go to a different coffee shop
on
in town.
Different day at a different time. Completely
different.
All different.
So we're at different time, different day.
Yes.
Different. I mean, everything could not be different.
Exactly.
We're the same people.
That's the only similarity.
Only same.
I mean, we're laying down all the facts, all of the details.
Okay, so I get there first. I pull my stuff out. I had ordered my coffee. You get there a little bit after me. Order your coffee. We sit down. We're talking.
10 minutes?
10 minutes. A guy walks in.
I look up. Yes. And I saw him when he walked in the door. I was facing the door.
Orientated towards the door.
I was orientated, and you towards the opposite. Yes. And I looked up, and he caught my eye with his blue eyes, middle-aged man, and he smiled at me, and I kind of like smiled at him, and I didn't connect all my dots, but something said, huh. And then I went back to visiting.
Yes. So then I didn't know that had happened to you.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
The eye contact.
Yes. Because he was that same blue eyes, and it was all like,
yes.
Chat.
So then he sits down, orientated more towards me. And like, because we were kind of like this in chairs, and he was like
over here. But he was not sitting at the table normal. Did you? No, he was sitting with his back kind of against the wall.
He did that at the other place.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
I think it's because he has a belly.
I think
okay,
he's a weirdie.
And we'll keep going.
Okay, so he's orientated. He sits towards, like, facing me and is just staring. And I look up. You know when you feel someone looking at you?
100%.
And I usually smile like.
Yeah, I'm a smiler. Even with strangers, Jordan's got on to me about that before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just
smiling.
Yeah.
Joy in the world.
I'm trying to help their day.
And then he did really smile back. And when he smiled, I was like, I know him. That person. Why is that person familiar?
Yes.
And that's when it clicked and all went.
What did you feel inside when you saw that happen?
Oh. His smile did not make it did not
bring joy into your life.
No, I felt yuck, and maybe that's what Jordan's telling us that we're doing
to other people.
They're feeling yuck.
You're feeling creeped out by us because
creeping people out. But then immediately my mind went shink. That dude was at the coffee shop last week, orientated exactly the way that he is, staring at us our whole conversation.
Yes.
So we finished our conversation, and every once in a while I would just like look up it. He'd be just staring at us.
Yes.
Every time.
And I looked at him once or twice while he was sitting there. And I think it had to do with, I'm thinking I must have felt your vibes because honestly, there was no reason for me to look over. Mm-mm. But I glanced a couple times. So at some point, he finished his coffee. And what did he do?
Finished his coffee, reached around, threw it in the trash can behind him.
And didn't move.
But just stayed there staring at us. So then we finished our conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you noticed, I was trying to pack up so quickly. You were
because I needed to go.
No.
Yeah, you were packing up quick too. And I'm like, here, you want this? You want this water and do this? Yes. And you're like trying to pack your crap up.
And you were like, okay, I'll see it. And I had to go throw my cup away. Uh-huh. So you got to your car. I had to throw my cup away and it was behind where he was at.
Uh-huh.
And so I did. I looked at his phone and he just had Facebook up. And I go out and I go immediately to your car. And I was like, Reagan.
Yes. Like that guy was from the other coffee shop.
Yes.
And I was like, you're right.
And he was staring at us the whole time.
It's so weird.
And then I think it was, did you or I say, I bet you he comes out in just a couple minutes?
You did.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I bet you he walks out just as soon.
And you were so funny because we were parked. My vehicle was nose to your butt of your vehicle.
Nose to butt. Classic Honda Pilot action.
Gotta keep an eye on those pilots.
Oh, butts.
And so there was this van parked beside your car to where you couldn't see. You're like, he's coming out, and you're like doing all this like action.
Yeah, so I leave. I bet you not 2 minutes he comes out. I go to get my car. He's coming. I'm like trying to open the door,
and you have your phone. You're like like showing it to me out, and like I'm like I got it, and I was like pulling up my phone, and then all these cars were trying to come in at the same time to park and leave, and so I'm trying to take a video of his vehicle.
It was a time.
It was a time. So then you left. You go in opposite direction. Yeah, you're out. And I whipped out in front of him on purpose because anyway, so we went out and then I thought, I want to see if he followed me. So I purposely went out in front of him because I knew I'd lose him later because I'm really good at that. I've done it before.
I'll lose him later.
Yeah, that's right. And then I got to lose my tail. Anyways, and I got out and then I went one way through one parking lot. He went the opposite because the back way out of that you can go to. Anyway, either is ridiculous.
But he knew. Everyone knows there's two ways out of that parking lot. You can follow whoever you want. He went opposite bank one.
And he went out the other one. Yeah. And so, but then because I went that way, I waited because I was trying to read I was trying to video him and then I couldn't get a very good shot. But I was reading his plates through my rear view and I thought I had it pretty good. And I was trying to like audio message it to you. It was a whole thing. So then I waited for him to get out and he passed in front of me and I text you his plate number. I got out and I got behind him. Oh, who's telling who now? Who's telling who now?
It was.
I'm the creep. You're not the creep. I'm the creep.
You're going to try and creep me. I'll creep you harder. I'll creep you so hard.
So I got behind him and I got all of his make and model of his vehicle.
Yeah,
checked a little stick.
A weird vehicle.
It was creepy.
I'm not going to say what it was. It was a creepy vehicle.
And the plates were expired.
Okay.
So I thought, okay, now we have some more evidence.
So I thought, okay.
Okay, evidence. So here's my thing. I'm a true crime junkie, and so I'm like, oh yeah, paranoid. That guy's totally in. Stop.
I just love you. Yeah, dude's a weirdie. Okay, so then we have, to further the story.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It is hot. Okay.
It is hot as.
Just so you guys know, in order to make this podcast happen at my home, my AC is very loud and we have to turn it off while we record this. And we're in a real, you know what?
It's a real pickle.
It's a sacrifice we're making for the show.
I'm sure this booze isn't helping.
It does. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have a client who works in law enforcement. Mm-hmm. He got a little ring from Rad.
I did. I texted him. I said, hey, do you have time for a call? It doesn't have to do with real estate. Yep. Called him.
Yeah.
And I happened to be seeing him later, so it worked out real nice. We were in contact
at
yesterday.
A showing.
We were already been in contact that day. So I called him, gave him all the details. And he was like, stalker for sure. Oh!
He said for sure. And we only saw him 2 times.
Yes. And he was like,
weird.
did he, are you going different ways to and from work? And he went through all these things. He was very, very kind and very helpful.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I think the worst of people because I've seen the worst of humanity and so on and so forth. So we went through a lot of details. I was like, I know you can't really do a whole lot to help me. But I do have his plates. He's like, oh, okay, great. Send it to me. Yes. So while we were talking on the phone, I was sitting in my car parked in a parking lot.
Yeah.
I texted to him and details of the vehicle. And he was like, okay. He's like, I can't tell you much, but I can tell you, like, I'll check and see if he has a record. And he's like, and then
they can't give identity.
No. Yeah. And then he's like, so I can tell you if you need to be on alert.
Yeah.
Anyway, so very kind. He talked me through some things, and so that was super cool to have that connection. Yeah. And I was like, and his tags are expired just last month. But anyway, he probably just forgot. But if you need to pull him over,
pick him up.
If you need to pull him over, you've got reason. Woo woo
whoop whoop.
Whoop. That's
whoop,
right.
Whoop whoop whoop.
Pull
Expired
it over.
Tags,
pull it over,
sir.
Creeper. Yes.
And bodies in the back of his car.
100%. So weird. His eyes were weird.
Listen, and I believe in people. I'm a trusting person.
Yeah, you are. But for you to be so freaked out, it freaked me out because I'm always like, where's the perverts? I'm on head on a swivel. That's what Jordan always tells me. And I said it to you. You got to be protecting your back.
And we did, especially at coffee shop.
From here on out, man.
Next week when we go to get coffee, we're going to I think we should go to a different coffee shop.
100%. Then we'll know. Well, this is funny. You said to me, you're like, I was going to approach him and be like, hey. And so I said that to the police officer friend. And he was like, yeah, let's not do that.
Like, girls.
And he gave me the reason why.
Which I think we should share.
Okay. And the reason he's like, okay, so if he is stalking you and you approach him, then he'll know you know. And then he'll continue to stalk you. But do it from a distance.
And be even creepier about it.
Yes.
And
sneakier. And it doesn't alleviate the issue. He's still stalking if he is.
So public service announcement. If you think you have a stalker, don't approach the stalker. Approach the police.
Exactly. And only police that are actually going to help like he did. So he did a little recon for me. And I saw him later and he's like, is this the guy? He had a screenshot of him. And I was like, yep, that's him. He looked different. Creepy. Like he's tried to like young himself up a little bit, which even creeps me out more.
Also, can I just say what he was wearing?
Sure.
I forgot the shirt.
Okay. Well, that doesn't help us describe things then.
The shorts were a cargo short, too long for him.
Were they shorts?
Yes, he was wearing shorts.
They were.
No, they weren't cargos.
I thought they were
a long jean. They were a jort. A long jean short.
Why do I just go along with you? I just felt very confident it was a jean. And I was like, okay.
It was a jean short.
Oh, I don't know what he was wearing.
A full jean? You think it was a full jean?
What does it matter? What else? What other important
jean shorts are creepier than a full jean?
I can't. I'm gonna start having a fan.
I absolutely think full jean shorts are weirder. I was a fan with jean shorts that long. Oh my god! Tennis shoes, like not a cool New Balance
and
before
his
the
t-shirt
rebrand.
was tucked in. I remember that. It was tucked in because it was real tight on his pot belly.
And his socks covered his ankles, but at a weird height. I didn't like anything happening with his outfit.
So really, he wasn't a stalker. He was just a terrible dresser. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, should I tell any more details about what our cop friend told me? Or are we good?
One more detail. The last one. you know the one. About who he is? Yeah. Okay. We don't know his name.
I don't know his name. He was like,
is this us approaching him? Now he's going to know.
Well, if he's a super fan, yeah.
He's going to wear something very different.
He's literally has a telescopic lens out there taking pictures through that window. And he knows. He knows every move we make. Anyway.
Okay. Last detail about him.
Hi, are you good?
No.
Do you need something to dab your?
I don't know. I'm gonna need like a box cleaner.
Some paper
My
towels.
nose is running. I cried so hard.
Oh, okay. So he said it's him. I was like, yeah, that looks like him. Except he looks like he looked even tanner now too. He's tanner.
Yeah, he's like working on himself. Gabe is the best. Thanks, Gabe.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so he's like, I don't think you have anything to worry about. He's a preacher, and I was like, and that helps. That is weirder. He's like, he was probably sitting over there praying for you girls, and I was like, okay,
no. My mom is also a prayer pastor, and that is not what you do.
You don't sit there
you
staring.
Don't wear jean shorts and stare at people. My mom rarely wears jean shorts.
It's really smart. Anyways, so needless to say, we're on the lookout for this jean short wearing preacher.
Jean shorts.
But at least we know who he is, and he's on radar of the law enforcement.
I don't know his name, but I am gonna look for him.
He knows his name.
Oh, that's right.
He knows his name.
He did say.
He did.
Our cop friend. He said, if you see him again, immediately call me.
Yeah. He's like, yeah.
So I said, okay.
So I said, okay.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, I'm so glad that we had a joint update.
Me too. Oh, sorry. I just hit the mic. Okay.
Okay.
So, in a turn of events, I think I say that all the time. That's my.
Your kids are going to, when they get older, they're going to make, Mom, why do you always say turn of events?
In a turn of events, Mom.
Evelyn always calls me on stuff like that. She's like, why do you always say blah, blah, blah? I'm like, I don't. She's like, oh, you say it all the time. Oh. Yeah. Okay, fine.
All right.
Whatever you say, kid. So, in a turn of events is Olay. What's our theme this week? What do we want to talk about?
Today we're going to talk about. I called it hometowns earlier. It's not The Bachelor.
No. Shh. Don't say names of other things. They'll try to sue us.
Does that happen?
I don't know.
Gabe, does that? Gabe said no. Gabe said no.
Shut up, Reagan. We're going to talk about our homes, our
childhood homes.
Yes.
Like the main one.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
Did you have multiple?
We lived in multiple homes.
How many homes did you live in from 0 to 18?
Okay. It got really quiet. She's counting all of hers.
5!
Over and over.
Okay. Were all your 5 in the same town?
No, they were similar. Like, I started my life in Goodman, Missouri, which is a teeny tiny town.
I did not know that about you.
You didn't?
I love that.
Surprise.
I like Goodman.
You know what? It's an up and coming border town. Border town. Arkansas. I know. I couldn't finish my thought.
I can see it growing, actually.
It has been.
I love that.
It's better than when I was a kid. All it was like, I can't say. Anyways, so Goodman, and then after a couple houses in Goodman, we moved to Neosho, and that's where I grew up the rest of my life. So
we were Joplin, Blue Springs, like Kansas City area.
What? I didn't know you went all the way up there.
Webb City.
What?
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
Uh-huh.
In Missouri. Specifically this side of the state. So not really everywhere, but yeah. Okay. But there was one main home. There's actually 2 main homes.
Why are they the main homes to you? Like, it's because of time spent, age? What do you think?
So the very first one, baby, I don't remember it like at all. The next one we lived in, like coming out of baby stage into, I was 6 when we moved. So I grew up in this house, end of baby to 6 years old. That was my second main. The main one was when we moved back to Webb City from Springfield. Okay. I was 8. We were only gone not very long.
No, you were, from 6 to 8 was like boom, boom.
We lived in We lived in Blue Springs 9 months. We lived in Springfield 3 months. Moved back to Webb City.
Wow.
Moved back when I was 8, and then I graduated from Webb City High. So my parents lived there till I had Gwen. Okay. So that was like my main house.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We lived in our house. It was my parents bought their first home in 1980. It was like, I guess the government was doing like a special push on FHA homes.
Cool.
So that they were trying to help young people or people with lower income or whatever get into homes. And so my parents had this cute little I think it was brand new when they bought it. Little tiny 3-bedroom, 1-bath FHA home. They always called it an FHA home. So there was something with a program.
I should the MHDC program.
Maybe. Yeah. So there was some sort of push there in the 80s, and they bought this cute little house. And then I was there until I was 8, 0 to 8. Okay. That's significant.
That's a big,
But then we moved out for a few months because my dad's sister needed a place to live, and they also were a family of 6. So we were a family. And at that point, my parents had turned the garage into a bedroom. So it was actually a 4, and then they knocked out another wall. So us kids had one giant room. So it was still a 3-bed, 1-bath. Okay. But there were 12 humans.
They moved in with you?
Yes, from Oklahoma. They didn't have anywhere to go at the time. So then it got real tight in there. So my parents moved us out to this. They were like, we want to live in the country. So they're like, hey, you guys pay the mortgage. We're going to move out to the country. We were not out there very long. It was one of the worst times. I loved living in the country. Yeah. I have several very specific memories about playing outside that are special.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a really difficult time. For some reason, there wasn't a lot of good stuff. So then we moved back. They finally got out of our house. We moved back into our own house. And after that, we didn't live there much longer. We sold it and moved to Neosho.
That happened. So that was your Goodman house.
That was our Goodman house. And so we moved from Goodman when in 5th grade. I was 10.
Okay.
I believe I was 10.
That's a pretty significant chunk.
Because then I was basically half my life in Goodman and then the other half in Neosho. So Neosho, we had the 3 different houses.
Oh, so you were moving more often.
Yeah, because one was just a rental because we couldn't find a house to buy. So it was a rental. It was awful. Oh. Ugh. We were there not very long. They found a little house. So the next house was our favorite. All of us kids agree it's our favorite house we've ever lived in.
What made it your favorite?
I think it was because there was a lot of really good things in our family at that. Not me. I have a great family, but there was some really positive times in our lives that were very core memories. But what's interesting, it was a very small house. They were going to build onto it. But all of us kids, 4 of us, were in a 2 set. We were big enough. Nobody was babies. Yeah. We were in 2 sets of bunk beds, all of us in the same bedroom for a while. And we loved it. It was like going to summer camp. Yeah, I did. Until I got just a little bit too old and I was like, I got into middle school and I was like, I need my own room.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing.
And then the final house we lived in probably the longest, close to the longest. That's where I lived until I got married. Okay. Well, and then I moved out and then I moved back. Anyway, blah, blah, blah.
I love that.
Yeah. But my favorite house was on Baxter Street in Neosho. And I think that I loved it. We had a huge garden. There was horses back behind us. All of us kids were really, just like I said, some really good core memories of like friends and family coming over and having a pool party and this little rinky-dink 3-foot pool that we loved. And I don't know, it was a really good time in our family life. And then we outgrew it obviously in 2 seconds flat. Yeah. So we ended up finding another house in town with 4 bedrooms. But anyway,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
I love that.
I probably have more stories there, but
I was gonna say, like, what's one of your, I don't know, like, what's a funny memory from that house or something?
My brother would kill me, but I think everybody will appreciate the story. It was one of my favorite stories to tell.
Oh, I cannot wait.
So he was so cute. He was just this cute little boy, blonde hair. Like when he was a baby, I always said he was like a cherub. Like what you would look like would be a little Cupid doll. Like he was fat and had this white blonde hair and these big blue eyes. And so one time I was in middle school at this point. So things are things are changing, right? And we were all very comfortable in our like in and out of the bathroom with each other. Like we had very few boundaries.
Sure. Gotcha.
I was in the shower. And of course, when you're at this age,
you were in the shower?
I was in the shower. Okay. And at this age, and people come in and out to go to the bathroom when I'm in their shower. You can't, whatever. And my brother, I'd let him come in. He was a little guy. Yeah. So I was like, I would have been like 11 or 12, probably 11. Okay. And so he would have been 5-ish, 6-ish. No, 4, 5. Anyway, he came in and all of a sudden, like he and I were giving each other crap.
Yeah.
And then he wouldn't get out. I'm like, get out. You're done. Get out of here. All of a sudden, things started going over the shower, into the shower with me. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you throwing in here? And I was freaking out and screaming at him. All of a sudden, I looked down. They were maxi pads out of the trash. They were out of the trash. He was flopping them over and they were opening up in my shower. I was screaming my head off. And my mom came in. Of course, he got spanked.
Oh,
but she was also laughing because it was such an awful and I was mortified.
Was it your maxi
yeah. Oh my gosh. Who?
Okay, I'm putting myself in all the shoes.
Right?
5-year-old,
hilarious.
Genius plan.
Yes, like, oh, there's balls in this trash can.
Yes.
Nope.
10-year-old with my own maxi pad that I just started.
Mortifying.
Mom, hilarious and
this
also
is
frustrating.
Yeah. Yes, I love it.
That's amazing.
So there you go. Sorry, Bob. Told your story.
I love that.
So your turn.
Okay.
What's your most significant favorite house? And
my favorite one was the one in Webb City. So I moved in when I was 8. And this is actually a home that my family had built. So like not my nuclear family, but like my dad's grandparents built this house. And it originally, so there was 2 houses on this land. There was like an old farmhouse that they grew up in. And then this house was built on by his grandparents. And then my great aunt and uncle had moved into it, had their kids there.
It's a lot of family.
Yes, a lot of family. So it had never left the family when we moved into it. And it was on, the house itself just was on an acre. So not a huge amount of land. But around us was like, there was like 15 just mowed acres, like taking care of acres over here. 15 is maybe excessive, but like a bunch over here. And then a bunch of mowed acres over here with the old farmhouse and a huge garden. So that house had changed hands at that point to Carl was his name. Old man who just played in a garden all day long. He was a war veteran and just gardened all day with his chickens and his land.
Living his best life.
I felt like I lived in the middle of nowhere and I loved it. Like
I love that.
I loved it. When you talk about living in the country.
Yes.
Yes.
I love it.
Except as Laura Ingalls Wilder, I would get a basket. I was so dramatic. Put snacks in it and like be like, I'm leaving for the day. Like go out to the backyard and like climb a little. We had like a little, I think it was a huckleberry tree or some kind of berry that we could eat. And that it was a great climbing tree. So I'd climb up in the tree and I'd eat berries.
Cutie.
And just eat my little
love
snacks.
that.
My mom had a big garden. It was just like, so good, like so good childhood.
That's amazing.
It was amazing. I'm trying to think of like something funny that happened. Oh my gosh. Okay, so in the winter one time, so I had this huge crush on this family friend that we were together all the time. Well, my mom had all the kids. They had 5 kids in their family. It was just me and my brother. So when we all get together, it was 7 of us. We decided we were going to go sledding on this day because it was a snow day. So we get all of our gear and stuff and we head out to the woods. So we would there was then a patch of woods and then you could go back there and it would like slide into a dry creek. So we went up in there and we were sledding. It was a hike to kind of where we got to. So we get over there and me and my friend, I was laughing so hard. As you can tell before when I laugh, things leak. Like eyes maybe in my nose. Or maybe I pee. And at this moment in time, I peed my pants in the middle of a snow day, out in the middle of the woods, right next to my crush down in the dry bed creek. And my friend is like, ew! And it's her brother. So she's like, why are you disgusting? Like, yelling. Yes! So we drive down. And then, okay, all the boys were older too. So it was like my crush and my brother were 2 years older. And then they had another older brother who was another 2 years older than them.
Oh my gosh.
And so those 3 big boys. Then it was me and my friend Alicia. So we were same age. Then her little sister, Sarah. And then they had a little brother named Nathan. I don't know if Nathan was there that day. So anyways, she tells I was like, don't tell him. Don't tell him. She tells him.
And how old were you again?
I was maybe 9 at this point. Too old to pee my pants, but also I'm 9 and I laugh too hard. So chill out, bro. So anyways, we get
Alicia, you're the worst.
You're the worst. And I have a pee story on you. So then we get down there and she's like, oh, Shaylee peed her pants. And they're like, what? Gross. They stuffed snow down in my snow bibs. They stuffed snow, the big boys. And I was like, no. And I was crying. And I probably walked really friskly because I couldn't run in the snow all the way back home. And I was like, Mom. And I told her what happened. And she had the buck stove roaring with a fire at the time. It was amazing. She was like, oh, Shayla, I'm so sorry. You get in the shower and I'll deal with them. So I get in the shower. I come out and I'm like, looking at all of them like, kids are all in trouble. It was amazing. And I got dessert first that day. And then one time, Alicia and I had a pair of pajama pants that fit both of us because one of our moms bought way too big of a size. We both could get in the pants at the same time. So we did. And then we were like swaying back and forth in the pants and it was funny. And we laughed really hard. And guess who peed her pants that time?
Ha! Alicia.
Alicia peed my pants. Also, I love Alicia and our kids are in kindergarten together.
I love that. That is such a great story.
It was good. So anyways, childhood homes.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
I think that there's more to be had on that one. We should do another episode.
Probably so.
This is gone. I think it was a White Cloud martini. Or no, did I say martini? Yeah. I think so. So it was rum, light rum.
Yeah.
2 ounces of light rum, a whole lime squeezed in. Fresh. An ounce and a half of coconut water.
So also hydrating.
Electrolytes. A little bit of simple syrup and creme de coco to get it to cloud up even more and get a little bit more oomph to it.
It is key lime.
Shake.
It's like a key lime pina colada kind of.
Yes, it was so good.
It's amazing. You should drink it.
Thank you, chat.
That's it.
Good. Thank God.